everyone, and welcome to another weekly video. This is not going to be an levels analysis video for the next week. If you're interested to know about the levels, refer to my previous videos, and I have gone in depth about how I analyze the levels and how I draw the levels. This is going to be more of how I do intraday trading and how I did that last Friday. And I am trading now a smaller account, and hence I'm going to focus on MNQ. Pretty much same applies to NQ and ES also. So let's start rolling. In this video, I'm going to start with normally I always start with my weekly view. I don't look into the monthly view and everything. So looking at a weekly view, 20 years here, you can see there is a trend going up, and there's this M pattern forming. And when an M pattern forms, you ideally want to trade a short on that M pattern when there is a pullback. So this is your bottom of M here, right there, and that's your M pattern there. So right here is your top. So in a swing analysis, you take a trade from there, and you then hope for breaking this pattern down. And when I was looking at that, that's what pretty much for Friday. So this is on daily charts. Let's take out extended hours, and let's just focus on like without Friday how it looks. So this is what the pattern was. There was 2 days but could not really break the, that's I think 18th, that's, yes, could not really break 2 days 18th pattern, and that gives me some ideas that it's going to be a negative day, M pattern pulling back, and that's how I formed my opinion before Friday market open. And then I would go directly to dailies here, and again look at leaving aside Friday. So that's what I'm looking at. Here is a base here, and that tells me that okay, there would be a level around here somewhere. And to determine that level, I need to really know, because here you cannot really figure out that level. So I have to go to the volume charts, and for that it's pretty easy to look at that. So we'll look at MNQ here, and we'll just focus on the TPO charts here. And so I don't want to focus on Friday here, just want to bring it here. So looking at the next 2 days, that was the other level, 872. So I would draw that as a level here. That's the POC, and that's the value area down here. A lot of fair, so that's the fair value. So 872 is a fair value for me. Now what's, if I have to look, what's the other value where price has clustered? And I can see here is one area, there is another area here, but the price never clustered around here. So I did not find like a good area looking at here where the price has clustered here. So but as we are looking at the M pattern, that 471 is another area where there's a little bit of more cluster here, and that is good enough for me to get into the overnight. And let's look at the overnight here. And to do that, I'll go back to, no, I don't want to go into my grid. So simple here, forget about Boeing, and we'll look at MNQ here again, and we are on the daily charts. Extended hours are turned off. Okay, so that's how it looks like here. And now a simple one would be, I'll go into the 90 days 5 minutes, and I will turn on extended hours. And one thing that I want to talk here is that not what the Friday is, so before Friday. So we will start looking right before, half an hour before the market starts. So we did an overall analysis here half an hour before the market starts. That's the overnight here. We can see overnight low, overnight high. These are automatically drawn for me. There are many scripts in Thinkorswim or in NinjaTrader where you can use this, and I have those lines automatically drawn, and those forms the other levels for me. So overnight low, overnight high. Those are the other levels that I would mark here, and I'm just marking it here for analysis purpose. For me, these are automatically drawn through my scripts. Great. Now let's I'll wait for the opening balance. So here let's go to remove extended hours and start here right there. So let's look at here. So that's the previous day. That's the open, that's the close. So I have marked the overnight high and overnight low. These are those two values. That's the other big value up there that I have been talking about. And as the market opens, right, I'm watching here if it's going to break the overnight high and confirm above it. It breaks, does not confirm, and then if you see the price here, what it does, it tries to break below the open. So that is sellers trying to sell, buyers trying to really push back, but I just then wait here. So that's the first 5 minutes. That is 6:35 PST. That's the next 5 minutes. Again trying to break and got rejected. That's my signal that I want to take a short, and hence my short would be right around. And I want to focus a little bit more here so that, and that's not doing it a good job. That is more better. So my short is, so when I'm looking at this candle, my short is right here. So 353, 350 is my first short, and I do not get that fill till here. That is 655, and my first target obviously is overnight low, and that's what happens here, the overnight low, and I get a fill there, and then I wait for the market to give me a signal what to do next. So once I have got overnight low filled, I was expecting it to go up, and market started moving down, and now I'm thinking that, hey, this is going to, that's previously low there, the red one, and it's going to really go up. But look at the trend here. The trend is still down, and that's just a squeeze up. I still am not taking any more trades here yet because I don't know what will happen. And market starts consolidating, and this breakout, I'm thinking, okay, this would be a breakout. But as soon as market comes here and starts moving sideways and could not break that 215, which is the level, that is another signal for me to really take another short. And 190 is what I took a short here, and ideally you would like that to go all the way to your 872 level, which did not happen. So that short that I'm talking about here in 940, 190, I took that short, and around this time, in an hour or so, I have almost that's 50 15 and almost 100 points. I started a 20 point trailing stop, which I got stopped out here, and I think that was 1595 or something that I got stopped out here, and those were the only two trades that I took. So that was around, so first one was from here, that is 350, all the way to the overnight low, that is 215. So that's 50, another 215 to 350, you can do the math how many points that is, and that's how many points, I don't know how many points that is. That's around 135 points, and then the next is another 100 points or 95 points. So that is 235, close to 230 points. So I made 230 points, just two trades in MNQ. That's usually how I trade, and as you can see, I was not the first one to take the short here. Also, I did not get the real bottom out here, like that was the real bottom. I never did get the real bottom, I was stopped out with a trailing stop here. So that's usually always be the case for me, and I try to be, conservative, and don't I'm always not the first one to take a trade, and I never get the high or the low in my trades. And that's the nature of the trades, and that gives me a very high winning ratio. Yes, I do lose sometimes. I've talked about that in my previous videos, but usually that's how I look at my intraday trades. Now, if someone is actively looking for the whole day, and I don't have a whole day to do this, they could try to take another long here, because they say, hey, this was a big push, so take a long here, target that level there, and they could get that. But I don't trade the whole day. I only have few hours to trade, and that was the two trades that I took this Friday. And that's, as I said, 230 points. That's close to, in an MNQ, that's times two. So that's good enough for me. So that's close to, $470 for one contract. And if you do 2 or 3 contracts, you make close to $1,000. If you do NQ, you just multiply that 10x. So that's would be around, I don't know if you do 2 or 3 contracts in NQ, but that would be pretty much $4,700, so close to $10,000 if you take that trade. Now, Friday is an aberration for me. I want to be very, very clear about here. I do not usually make 200 points in intraday. I usually make 50 to 60 points in intraday, and I stop at that point of time, because that's my goal. My goal is to make 50 to 60 points and stop. So Friday was an aberration. It the setup was very nice. The trades were very easy. Hence, I was able to trade very, very clearly. Few things here. I never took a long on the open. Why? Primarily because that was not a level for me. Open is always a good level. There's a reasoning for open is to be a good level. That was never a level for me. So my level was that, okay, now let's look back a little bit. I want to go to the charts here. So my level was here, obviously one level that I was talking about here, definitely, and from where I want to take a long, and that was, the overnight high. And if that would have broken and confirmed, then I would have taken a long, and I would have just gone for, this level here, right, all the way top. That never happened, and hence this candle was never a level for me, and I have to trade from the level. And this green candle was a level for me from where I took a short, because market could not confirm above the overnight high, and that's the reason why I took a short. Now let's go to my flexible grid here, and I'm going to focus a little bit more easier, because it becomes a little bit easier to see here. And here you could see that those levels are auto drawn for me pretty much, that one here and that one there. So market opened, and I want to focus here. So market opened right there, and it never could break out, and hence, I took a short there, and those were my targets, pretty much clear targets. And it is important that you draw out these levels, and you only trade from your levels. There is always a FOMO here that, hey, I could have taken along and, just get out here. Yes, but I'm not a scalper. I don't scalp. I take 1 or 2 trades. That's about it. And that's pretty much how I would have done it. I want to take you to another day here where a setup shows a bullish trade. And let's look at this day here, right? This day here. So, and I'm going to take out this level here. So this is 10.6 here, And so we're looking at 10.7, and let's do the same analysis here, and we're gonna go to extended hours, and we're looking at 10.7, and I'm going to go into 30 minutes to make the chart a little bit cleaner. And where is 10.7? That is 10.6 here, that's 10. Okay, so we are right somewhere there. Okay, that's 10.8, that's 10.6, so we're looking at 10.8, 10.6, 10.8, that's what we're looking at. So if you see on this time, this is right here at 3 p.m. all the overnight happens, and the market opens on to 10.9, right? So that's when the market opens there. So look at overnight. Overnight is here, and right there, and that's pretty much 10.9. So we'll go to 10.9 now. We'll take out extended hours and just look at 10.9, 10.4. So 10.9 is here. So we'll look at, and this is 30 minutes chart here. So that's 10.10, that's 10.9 here. All right. So market opens, pretty much market opens, tests the overnight. Before the market opens, there is a small gap down, if you see. But the previous day, the trend has been up for me. So the previous day, the trend has been up. The overall trend is up. From the weekly, we could see that's the overall trend. And when the market opens, I want the market to break the overnight and show me a trend of going down, because this is a gap down, and I am biased that this is going to sell off and retest. Here is one big level right here, and the other level is right there, because if you see, you 1 2 3 three levels could not break in. So I would like the market to break it down, but I will not take a trade because I need a confirmation on this price. Market tries to break down, and that's good signal that hey, this is going to be a bearish signal. So it is good for me for my short. I am bearish, and another trade here. So still hasn't broken down. Another trade, 5, this is 30 minutes, hasn't broken down. And now I'm at almost the end of my day of trading, because I cannot trade beyond some time, because I don't do full-time trading. And this is 8 a.m. around, when the market comes down here and gets rejected. And I'm going to go to here 15 minutes and 10.9, what we're looking at. So that's the area, and that's a 10.10, that's 10.9 here, right? That's 10.9. So here 8 o'clock. So what happens? As I said, open market could not really break through this one where it got rejected, and market goes and closes over the open. So that tells me open is holding. This open is still holding. This is a good level. I suddenly change from being bearish because of this gap down, that I'm going to be a bullish trade, and I target right here on the top. That's my level, and this gets filled 8:45 Pacific time, and my first target from here, so right here is my target, that's 15:30, and my first target to like first level where I would like to take profit is here, and my runner is right here. So first profit is 1582, 1530 is when I entered, so 1580 is my first profit. Runner is 15105. That's exactly what I traded here. 1530 to 1580, that's 50 points. And I have two MNQs, and the second one is a runner, goes all the way to here. That is 15105. That is 1530, so that's almost 80 points. That's it. That was my day. So usually I would have this kind of day, and in the runner I would have already a trailing. Sometimes I would get trail stopped in the runner, and I would have like a 20 to 30 points, 20 to 30 points of trailing stop, and I'll get stopped out on those. So this is usually what I trade. So 50 to 80 points is the max I would make. And yes, on two, if you see, one was 50, another is 80, you can say You could average that out, but I look at not the overall position size, but at one MNQ how much I make. That's close to what I would say 50 to 80 points an intraday. This was a long video. Thank you for listening, but I wanted to give you an overview how I wait for setups and how sometimes I'm also wrong and how the market opens, but then I wait for the levels, and if the levels don't hold, then I change my bias. And that keeps me safe, that keeps my account safe and my account healthy, and helps me to grow my account. Yes, slowly, but definitely on a consistent manner. Thanks again. Thank you for listening. As always, keep your stop losses tight, your profit at large, and your losses at small. Thank you for listening.